Origin Chess Home Studio Reaction. This is 12 most powerful military weapons in action by the channel MadLab. Yeah, somebody told me in the comments I should react to this. I won't be disappointed. I won't be disappointed anyway because it's about military things. I've been watching that recently. And yeah, 12 most powerful. There are gonna be nukes in here. Of course, it's gonna be. Why wouldn't there be nukes? I don't know. Like, is there anything more? Wait a minute. There's description. GBU-39 smart bomb. Oh yeah, there could be like like some form of advanced like vacuum bomb, this and that. Could be something like that. I don't know. Oh, it's gonna be so good. This video is like 3 years old, but then again, in military things don't move that faster, so it's gonna be relevant still. Yeah, I haven't watched MadLab video if I remember correctly. I don't know. 4 million subscribers, so I guess it's a good channel. Yeah, I've been watching these military style videos. Like I said, if you haven't seen those, check out the link in the description. There you find it. Check out the end cards. Best way to do it, I guess. YouTube will recommend to you. I guess, I don't know. I have Instagram now. If you want to follow me, link in the description. Twitter link as well, where I try to post like video links wherever I can, because sometimes YouTube doesn't send notifications. So yeah, let's watch this one.
Today, we will show the 10 most powerful weapons in the world. But first, subscribe to our channel and hit the bell. May it bring you 10 years of good luck. Remember these self-driving cars with miniguns from Terminator 3? When you look at the Uran 9 robot and the German Rheinmetall Mission Master and I tell you that it's Skynet, only one thought comes to your mind. The Uran 9 is a 10-ton remote-controlled tank which carries 4 anti-tank missiles, a 30mm gun, flamethrowers, and a machine gun. Sure, it's not as cool as the robots from the movie, but even today, a dozen of these robots can patrol an area of several kilometers. Plus, any manpower and small-caliber weapons are useless against its armor. And this remote-controlled German Rheinmetall Mission Master armored personnel carrier helps soldiers transport personal belongings, weapons, ammunition, and other cargo weighing up to 600 kilograms to any hard-to-reach places. It's also armed with machine guns and MLRS, 14 70mm rockets. How awesome does this look? The only thing this machine gun lacks is being self-aware.
Yeah, that is what I was about to say. Like, is it really? It's not AI powered, right? It's like some guy in the computer is like doing things like with the joystick. That's what's happening, right? I don't know, but that's not that far off AI controlling things like that. I don't know, man. The level of ethical issues we will face is really close. When somebody will say, you know what, let's just AI let this do this. And if a man makes a mistake, a man made a mistake. If AI makes a mistake, AI is here. Skynet is here, we're all fucked, and it's like a big global issue. So I don't even know how we're gonna approach anything. I don't know. And you think like, what does that mean? Computers don't make mistake. What we call mistake can be many things, because a lot of things blurred out, a lot of lines gets blurred out, right? Was that ethical? Was that right? The dilemmas are there, right? So the decision that AI can make, we would think like, what the fuck, basically something like that. But AIs are getting like more smarter that way. Now, I don't even know if like AIs can get consciousness, but I feel like they would be indistinguished between two, right? They might come close to that. Right now, like with something somebody told to do something to AI, right? AI hired a guy, lied that I'm not an AI, lied like that, and did the job. The AI literally lied to get the job right, right? So it's not far off anymore.
Cluster bombs are the most terrifying aerial bombs in history. One such bomb, the CBU-58, contained 650 bombs the size of baseballs. When the CBU-58 was dropped from an aircraft, it would open up in the air. The CBU-89 cluster bomb created minefields in a matter of seconds. One 450-kilogram bomb contained 432 anti-tank and 132 anti-personnel mines, which fell to the ground and were active for 40 days. Nothing could have saved you from these weapons. Cluster bombs are banned in 108 countries around the world, as they are considered one of the most inhumane weapons. The AK-630M2...
I don't think it's about inhumane. They're bombs. What do you mean inhumane? I think it's like a carelessness. Europe is already struggling with World War II mines, and they're still clearing it because they're still there. There are people walking around. There might be active bomb below them right now in Europe. That's the reality, right? So cluster bombs could be something similar to that. you're just littering the field with this kind of like mines. Now obviously some of them could be like, after a few, like it's a 40 days after that, some of them get disabled, some of them might not. It's still a bomb. So I think that's one of the reasons, rather than being inhumane.
Duet is a Russian automatic rotary cannon capable of finding and destroying any target at a distance of 5 kilometers. Fastest firing cannon on the planet. 1,000 rounds per minute with 30 by 165 millimeter ammunition. Watch these two 6-barreled cannons shoot so fast they look like a flamethrower. And this is the American ProFence M134 minigun, the only machine gun in the world that can be controlled remotely without any human intervention at all. The ProFence M134 minigun has the highest rate of fire of any machine gun.
Hold up, that thing from Russia? Did I hear that right? Russia has this? Like, come on. Isn't there like, what is it, CIWS? C-I-W-S? That thing that tracks the planes and attack. Was it something like that? But it's not automatic like that. A guy operates it. But still, like, it's powerful if that's the case. I didn't know that Russia has that. Okay, what is Russian fleet doing? Like, look, Russian Air Force might be capable, but it's like something's not there. So air dominance is not a thing for Russia right now against Ukraine. Army tanks and things out there already struggling. What about naval things? Is Russia dominant in navy things right now there, or is that even an issue as well? Because I didn't know that Russia had technology like that. Somebody should really make like in-depth video about how much technology Russia does have, how much powerful weapon they does have and actually use.
1,000 rounds per minute. The Russian Bastion P is the fastest coastal missile system.
Again, Russia.
It finds a target, fires a missile, then redeploys in less than 5 minutes. This rate allows one Bastion P to control more than 600 kilometers of coastline. 30 of these vehicles could protect the entire US coastline. The Bastion P is armed with the P-800 Onyx anti-ship cruise missile. The 8-meter, 3-ton missile can hit targets.
Okay, what the hell? So Russia has this. So US doesn't have equivalent of that. Otherwise, he would have said US, right? I don't know. So Russia has something the US doesn't have. Is that what the case is? This is insane. Like, why is Russia not using this in Ukraine, or are they using it?
Distance of 350 kilometers. A 300-kilogram warhead would tear as it approaches the target at a supersonic speed of 3.2 thousand kilometers an hour. This
are the hard
difficult
cuts
to
there?
Detect and intercept with air defense. Does this rocket remind you of anyone? The S-400 Triumph is the most powerful anti-aircraft missile system in the world. It is capable of destroying any aerial target, including ballistic missile. For comparison, the fastest rocket in the world, the Zircon, can reach a speed of 3 kilometers per second and fly around the Earth in 4 hours. But even that is too slow to escape the S-400, which can destroy targets reaching speeds of up to 5 kilometers per second. The S-400 takes only 2 to 3 seconds to lock all targets within a 600-kilometer radius and up to 100 kilometers high. After that, its homing missiles are ready to attack.
That is also Russian, right? S-400. Wait a minute, was that the system that India bought from Russia, where US is like, if you do this, we're gonna ban you or like put restriction on you or something? It's probably S-400, right? Anti-air, because it can potentially, like be a threat against F-35 or something. Is that the case? In which scenario US F-35 is gonna go against India? Let's be honest. With all the threats that are rising around the world, India is the last threat US can have. But okay, I guess I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that S-400 is the one that India bought, right? I don't know.
The most frightening MLRS in the world. The TOS-1A is a tank with 24 thermobaric 220mm rockets. In 6 seconds, it can rain down fire on 40,000 square meters of land. That's 4 baseball fields. The thermobaric rockets are sprayed over and cause the fuel in enemy equipment to... But the maximum range of the TOS-1A is...
So what is with the hard cuts there? Do you catch it? Why is there hard cuts? Wait a minute, S-4000, this is also Russian. Why are most of these are Russian? Like US doesn't have equivalent to that? Like how Russia has this kind of powerful weapon is still not, doing anything in Ukraine? That doesn't make sense. How is this list has a lot of Russian weapons?
6 kilometers. If the enemy is far away, then the 9A52-2 Smerch becomes the most powerful and longest range MLRS in the world. It can strike targets up to 120 kilometers away. The 9A52-2 is loaded with 12 300mm rockets. It can fire a full volley in just 38 seconds, shelling an area the size of 67 baseball fields. And if not just one.
Oh, I had to pause to check it. I think this MLS one is like Western. Is that the case? Because that the first one was Russian, because it felt like it had a Russian name to it. This is like MLS, whatever. This one is probably Western. I don't know.
Firing, but the whole convoy, then 69 A52-2s would. Archer is the fastest artillery system in the world. The 155mm cannon takes only 23 seconds to turn around and fire the first shot. In 1 minute 14 seconds, the Archer is put on alert, fires 3 shots, and manages to redeploy. While the projectile is on its way to the target, Archer can also move to another location and launch another attack, making it virtually impossible to track down. Once on alert, the automatic artillery can fire 8 rounds per minute. Imagine what a few of these fast artillery systems are capable of. The enemy would go crazy trying to figure out where to return fire.
I'm guessing that's Western American. Marines could use that, right? The way that artillery is, the way it can just redeploy and move with the 2030 plan of Marines, that would work with Marines, right? I don't know.
Do you think the Flying Dutchman from Pirates of the Caribbean is the worst thing that can emerge from the water? Well, then check out this Ohio-class submarine. Terrifying, right? One Ohio-class submarine has 24 13-meter Trident II D5 rockets with 288 nuclear warheads on board. 12
We saw that video of like from Fat Russian, how like with one submarine, how he just like the guy basically screwed the entire fucking fleet. Now imagine Ohio, you having Ohio with you and like somebody with balls doing that. Some badass guy in command of Ohio class submarine, just basically that's just one submarine with the right guy is too powerful, especially something like Ohio class.
Warheads per missile. No other submarine in the world carries that many nuclear charges. The missile's flight range is 11.3 thousand kilometers. That's enough to fire at any part of the planet if it imperceptibly approaches the coast and unleashes all Trident II D5s from a depth of 30 meters. The United States has 14 of these submarines. Can you imagine what would happen if they launched all the missiles at the same time? No missile defense in the world would be able to handle that.
Yeah, I don't want to. I really don't want to think about that. But that shit is insane, right? Look, man, we have like anti-ballistic missile things, right? Anti-nuke things. But one thing with the Israel conflict, we realized that if you overwhelm with missiles, no defense system is gonna work. No Iron Dome didn't work because of the how many missiles were there. So basically something like that. And whenever somebody launches nukes, they're not gonna be conservative about it, are they? They're just gonna fucking launch all of them. So if the nuke warfare does happen, if every country does launch nukes, like I don't know, there's no defense system that works against that. So mutually assured destruction is still there. Nukes are still terrifying.
Many nuclear ballistic missiles have more than one warhead. One rocket can drop up to 4.
Oh yeah, the fat man. I forgot the name of Fallout weapon. Fat man, right? Fat man. Fallout weapon. That also has the Fallout 4 has modification to turn into Mirv, right? Yeah, basically that sucks because it drops very close or something. It's just horrendous. But yeah, there is something like that. Basically, one shell has multiple of this, I guess, I don't know, like a shotgun type of way.
14 nuclear bombs. When a missile reaches an altitude of 100 kilometers, the warheads are deployed and they hit their targets with extreme precision. For example, the R-30 Bulava missile contains 10 nuclear warheads, which are 10 times more powerful than the bomb that was dropped on Hiroshima.
Bulava, I'm guessing there's also Russian. Oh my god. Imagine like thermonuclear bombs. All of this has thermonuclear bombs, I'm guessing. Fusion bombs, right? Smaller ones. The Mirv. One missile goes all the way to space and just drops and cluster the fuck out of like the field with the nukes. The game Fallout has like one nuke or two nukes dropping in city. I think it'll be multiple nukes dropping in cities around it. Yeah, nobody would be left around. That's the problem.
The R-30s are fired from a submarine, just like the Trident II missiles on the Ohio-class submarines. Now look at this. The 22-meter RS-24 Yars intercontinental ballistic missile with a range of 12,000 kilometers. Think it has even more warheads? Well, no, just 4.
Look at that shit, how big it is. It's a proper big ass missile. Did NASA launch it? No, it's a fucking truck launched it as a intercontinental ICBM.
But each of them is... We have come to the most powerful weapon on the planet. The RS-28's Armada.
You see, there were hard cuts there. He speaks and somehow it cuts. Like, I'm guessing he edited it later on because YouTube didn't like something. I don't know.
Is the world's largest and longest range intercontinental. We have come to the most powerful weapon on the planet. The RS-28's Armat is the world's largest and longest.
What the fuck is that? Look at the size. Is this like a space elevator type of shit? Like, so, launching stuff in the space? No, it's not. It's a ballistic missile.
Range intercontinental ballistic missile. The RS-28 is as tall.
Oh, look at those humans there and look at the size of this thing. What the fuck? This shit is insane.
As a 10-story building, 35 meters. The rocket weighs 200 tons and is about as wide as a Boeing 737. The gigantic RS-28 is capable of hitting a target at a distance of 18,000 kilometers. That's enough to fly across Eurasia from west to east. But that's not all. The RS-28 has the most powerful warheads. Each warhead weighs 1 ton and has a yield of 750 kilotons. One launch can drop 10 nuclear warheads. And on top of that, the RS-28 is the most undetectable missile in the world. It's the only rocket on the planet that can be launched through the South Pole. That makes the RS-28 invisible to missile defense systems because
I hate that he doesn't say who's that. Wait a minute, I need to Google this. It's Russia. Again, Russia has the most powerful weapon. What is happening? See, this is the type of, this whole list is probably most of them are Russian. What the fuck is happening? Right? This is why the reason why people like, Russia versus US and like obviously all the things happening right now on the Ukraine-Russia field, like, oh come on, Russia is nowhere near powerful. And yet, list like this just states like how much powerful shit Russia has that West doesn't even have. Like, this is confusing, right? Does Russia has like unique weapons that are like most powerful in the world, but they suck at the like the most basic stuff? Is that what's happening? Because how does Russia has this powerful shit and like somehow still not winning in Ukraine? None of this makes sense to me. I get it, like some of these like ICBMs and things like that, you can't use that. It's a nuke. But some of other things were not nukes. Why are they not using that there? Is this just basically something on paper, like nobody has tested, so we don't know if it works or not? Is this what that is? Most of these are Russian. What the fuck?
All radars are oriented to the west and the east. Now imagine what 10 or even 100 of these missiles could do. And that's all. We hope you enjoyed the video.
No, I didn't enjoy the video, man. It's not something to enjoy. It's panicky. What 100 of this could do? Like, there's not gonna be a Fallout game because nobody's gonna left. There is no vault. There is no nothing. There is no vault tech. If the nuke drops, it's gonna be multiple nukes in a city. 100 of that means like most cities are fucked just by one Russian thing. They have thousands of nukes. Like, okay, every time you hear of those like warhead numbers in thousands, do they count MIRV and things like that as well? Like one warhead has multiple warheads inside? I don't know. That shit is insane. Right, well, there was a 12 most powerful military weapons. Somebody explain to me in comments, how is this a thing? How are these, most of these are Russian? And America doesn't have counterparts to this. Because if America had, wouldn't he like include in the video? Or is he Russian? I don't know what's happening right now. Missing context. Somebody put context into this because I'm going crazy right now. Russia has this many powerful things. West doesn't have it. Russia still somehow can't use them. What is happening? Right, if you like my reaction, don't forget, like, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you next time.